Hi, this is Trey Passer. Welcome to my movie review of 12 Years as a Slave with some minor spoilers in it. I was off from work today, so I went to see this movie. Okay, there it is. 12 Years a Slave. There you go, 12 Years a Slave. Of course, this is directed by Steve McQueen. Not that Steve McQueen, but the same Steve McQueen that did Hunger and Shame with Michael Fassbender. And this story is based on a true story, actually an autobiography. This is an autobiography about a free man named Solomon Northup. He was, I think it takes place in 1841, and he's a free man living in upstate New York, and he's like a musician. He plays like the violin and stuff, and he's a free man in upstate New York, lives with his wife and his two kids, and he gets basically tricked, gets abducted or shanghaied, I guess if you will, by these two gentlemen that he meets that that trick him into going to Washington with them with the promise of work, performing, and they get him drunk, and then he gets he wakes basically they sell him, and he wakes up in a cell chained up, and of course he gets basically sold into back into slavery, and then this movie is really powerful. I mean, from that first realization when he wakes up and tries to basically say who he is, and he gets it literally beaten out of him that's not that old reality he had is not the new reality. The new reality for him is that he's a slave. The guy even tells him, I think, you're an escaped slave from Georgia or something like that. He tells him basically, and then you go on this journey with him when he gets sold into slavery and gets to meet other slaves and all the cruel things and all the experiences that he goes through in his, and this is a powerful movie. It's these movies, or these any type of movie about slavery, always sort of makes me uncomfortable to watch, the mistreatment. But it's a powerful film with great performances in this, and like I said, I'm always gonna mispronounce this guy's name, but he's a really good actor who plays Solomon Northup. Cheeto Ejiofor. Okay, I think that's I might have screwed up the first name, but he plays Solomon Northup, who's really, really good. I've seen him in a lot of things. He was in Dirty Pretty Little Things, which I loved. Serenity, he was great in that. I think he was in a couple of Woody Allen movies too. But I forgot the other movie that he was in, the one where he plays a transsexual, Kinky Boots, the movie. That's why he played in that too. And he's been in a couple of movies, Inside Man with Denzel Washington. The other one with Denzel Washington played the gangster, and he was his brother. Anyway, he's really good as this, Solomon Northup, who again gets basically Shanghai. He's living this free life, and his wife goes off with his kids, I think, to go work, and he meets these two gentlemen who basically Shanghai him, and then he gets sold into slavery, and his experiences that frame the movie and stuff, and how he tries to, his moments, there's some pretty horrible moments that he has to go through, and moments where he's still trying to retain that, he's still trying to retain his humanity and who he was, but then, he gets quickly, he gets told to, to hide who he really is, and he learns not to show that that he can really read and write and all that stuff, and the stuff that he has to go through. I don't want to spoil the things he goes through, not all of them, but there are some harrowing experiences that he goes through, and the mistreatment and just the performance, and you could see him going through all these range of emotions and stuff, and then all the other things. And not only is his performance is great, there's also a young actress in this who plays Patsy. What's her name? I'm trying to think of the actress's name. She's a young actress. Let me give her name. Give her the proper credit. Hold on. What's her name? Where is it? Yeah, Patsy. Lupita Nyong'o. I think that's her name. Yeah, she played Patsy. She plays Patsy. She's a young slave who actually catches the eye basically of her master, played by Michael Fassbender. He plays because at first in the movie, Solomon Northup is sold. You know, first he's basically sold by he's sold to what's the guy's name? I can't remember his name. He's sold to Benedict Cumberbatch's character, who plays Ford. When he's first rung down to New Orleans, he's sold to Ford, who's kind of treats him decently and stuff, and allows him to pay the fiddle and stuff, and he treats him for that time pretty decent. But then he has an overseer on his land that kind of mistreats Solomon Northup, and basically there's something that happens, which I don't want to spoil, and he basically has to sell Solomon Northup to Michael Fassbender's character, who plays Edwin Eepes, who's a real son of a bitch of an owner. You know, he kind of uses the Bible, you know, when he's, you know, threatening a slave. He's a hard taskmaster. He's incredibly, especially compared to Ford. Edwin Epps is a son of a bitch. And Michael Fassbender, now I see why a lot of people are talking about why he's going to get nominated for Best Supporting Actor, because he really plays a mean son of a bitch in this movie. And he basically takes a liking to Patsy because I think she picks the most cotton out of anybody, out of even all the men on the, because he has a daily ritual where they actually weigh the cotton that they pick, and she outweighs even the men, and those who go below a certain level, he basically whips, and he loves Patty for that. Well, he likes Patty for that, and also he likes a sexual interest in her, which actually makes his wife, played by Sarah Paulson, who plays Michael Fassbender's wife. She's another one that's probably she get nominated also as well, because she plays his mistress, who kind of despises Patsy because her husband Edwin basically showers her with all this attention, and she's really cruel too, especially to Patsy. And the actress who plays Patsy, Lupita Nyong'o, who's a new actress. I think this is the first major thing she's been in, and she's heartbreaking. And there's a couple of scenes in there, especially there's a particular scene, which I don't want to spoil, between her and Solomon Northup, where she goes to him and asks him something, and that's all I'm going to say about it. And it's kind of heartbreaking what she asks him, and it's just a harrowing movie to watch. And there's some despicable moments, and like I said, all throughout the Solomon Northup, Chidowa Ejiofor is amazing with his range of emotions. You see him, like I said, first he's holding back, and then you see there's moments where he, where the guy, I think one of the other states even tells him that you got to hide who you really are, and he does it. He does it most of the time, but there's moments where he actually kind of speaks up and kind of he pays the price for that. Okay, and it's just and this is the movie where you sit, and it's difficult to watch, but it's powerful and amazing. And I'm definitely can see why this movie is going to get nominated for Best Picture. I think this movie is going to get nominated for Best Picture, Best Actor for Chidowa Ejiofor, and then I think Michael Fassbender will definitely probably win for Best Supporting Actress, and Sarah Paulson should also get nominated for Best Supporting Actress. And I also think the young actress who plays Patsy should get nominated as well, because her character is heartbreaking, and the stuff that she has to go through is just brutal. And there's some scenes that are, be forewarned when you see this movie, there's some scenes that are just incredibly hard to watch. And the fact that this is a true story makes it even more harrowing. Okay, and it's just, I said, great performances all around in this movie, and it's a powerful film. And like I said, I think Steve McQueen is going to get nominated for Best Director, Michael Fassbender, Best Supporting Actor, Chidowa Ejiofor for Best Actor. I think Sarah Paulson is probably going to get nominated for Best Supporting Actress, and the young girl that played Patsy, Lupita Nyong'o, she should get nominated for Best Supporting Actress as well. It's a powerful film, and like I said, Brad Pitt is in this movie. He's like the producer of this movie. He plays a small but pivotal part, and maybe he should have cast somebody else in that part. That's because when you see Brad Pitt, it's Brad Pitt. Everybody's so maybe he should have had somebody else in that part, but it didn't take away from the enjoyment of the movie. And it's a powerful film, and the scene right before the end is just incredibly emotional, and had me tearing up the scene right before the end. It's just really, really powerful, and it's probably one of the best movies I've seen this year, hands down, and I can see why it's going to get nominated for Best Picture. Okay, so I would definitely highly recommend you see this. Like I said, but before one, when you see it, there's some scenes that are just really powerful and tough to take, and tough to watch and experience, and it's just a powerful movie. Okay, basically about this guy getting kidnapped and his experiences, while he's captured as a slave, and his basically what he's trying, his experience and his, what he does to try to get free, and what he has to go through, and what other people that he knows goes through, and it's a riveting movie and extremely powerful. Okay, so I definitely give this a 9 out of 10. Definitely highly recommend this. Again, one of the best movies of the year, and I wouldn't be surprised if it won Best Picture at all. It's that powerful and emotional. Okay, so feel free to leave, if you've seen this movie, let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.